Could they survive global warming? Reef algae are much older and more resilient than previously thought and may well survive longer than expected. Corals rely on microscopic algae that live inside their cells to harness energy from sunlight, both for food and reef formation. The algae in turn receive nutrients and protection. This symbiotic relationship was once thought to have begun 50 to 65 million years ago, but new research indicates it started in the mid-Jurassic, some 160 million years ago. This means a coral-algal partnership not only existed when dinosaurs roamed the Earth, but even survived the catastrophic event that rendered dinos extinct. The algae also has a huge amount of diversity. Genetic analysis suggests the genus Symbiodinium should in fact be divided into 15 genera with hundreds or thousands of species. Warming waters are a concern for coral due to bleaching, in which the algae is expelled by the coral, but findings suggest some algal species may be more tolerant of heat. The resilience depends largely on the species, but could be meaningful as far as climate change goes. For now, scientists need to modernize coral taxonomy to improve communication and pave the way for future research on reef corals. What could be lurking 20,000 leagues under the sea?
Scientists find sunken city is actually a geological formation. A new study has shown that what was thought to be the ancient underwater remains of a lost city are actually just geological formations. Divers discovered what looked like an ancient toilet, what appeared to be sunken cobblestones and symmetrical stone cylinders, but no signs of life ever having existed among the ruins. New research from the University of East Anglia and the University of Athens show that what was thought to be a sunken city, 20 feet underwater near the Greek isle of Zakynthos, are actually formations built by bacteria. Researchers say the formations contain a mineral called dolomite, a calcium byproduct produced by microbes that feed off methane. Their study, published on June 2nd in Marine and Petroleum Geology, states the structures were created in the Pliocene era, up to 5 million years ago. As gas seeped through subsurface faults, bacteria gathered around the source and their calcium excrement reacted with the methane to produce a cement-like substance. The tubular structures were likely formed as microbes piled around focused jets of methane, and the slabs that built what looked like the city's streets may have been the result of large spews of gas. While no gas leaks in the area today, the phenomenon isn't uncommon and usually occurs at deeper depths. And although it's disappointing the formations aren't actually the remnants of some long-lost city, they at least provide avid divers with some sweet underwater scenery.
Wow. Researchers with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Okeanos Explorer spotted a remarkable sight of a deep-sea spider waltzing during their third dive of their 2017 Gulf of Mexico mission. Have a look.
I've never seen one swimming.
No.
So Tina thinks this is from the order Pantopoda.
That's a translation of Pantopoda is all legs, so it's a very appropriate name.
Bermuda's subsea twilight zone. Like the depths of space, much of the planet's oceans remain unexplored. Scientists researching waters around Bermuda and its subsea volcanic seamount have found new species of marine life. The Necton project team used special equipment including submersibles, as well as technical divers and remotely operated vehicles. The depth region they looked at is known as the rareotrophic zone. Only low amounts of sunlight reach this deep. Some media have dubbed it Bermuda's twilight zone as a result. Last year, researchers sighted a lionfish at a depth of 302 meters that's said to be the deepest observed. Water temperature at this depth was a cool 19.7 degrees Celsius. In another study, scientists also detailed a new kind of black coral fauna called Stichopaths paudalesi. This tree-like coral was sighted at 300 meters deep. Oxford University biology professor and director of the Necton project, Alex Rogers, said the discoveries are, quote, evidence of how little we know and how important it is to document the unknown frontier to ensure that its future is protected. The Norwegians want to build Europe's first underwater restaurant. Ever fancied eating seafood while surrounded by fish? Design firm Snøhetta this week unveiled concept art for Europe's first subsea restaurant on the Norwegian coast. Its concrete shell looks like a giant half-sunken cinder block. Aptly dubbed Under, Inhabitat reports that the establishment will provide viewers with a panoramic view of the seabed. Diners will also be able to eat locally procured seafood while taking in the view of underwater life. Under is said to be heated via thermal energy gathered from the seabed. It will also double as a marine research center. It's going to be located in a remote village called Bali. And that's definitely not this Bali. The Holy Grail of shipwrecks. The shipwreck of a 300-year-old Spanish ship was found to have treasures worth up to $17 billion with the help of an underwater robot submarine. CBS reports that the Reef 6000 went 2,000 feet below the surface to find the ship and was equipped with a long-range sonar that scanned the seafloor. The drone also took pictures of anything that seemed unusual. When researchers revisited the site recently, they found cannons engraved with dolphins. The researchers pointed out that this is a sign that the ship was the San Jose without a doubt. One of the researchers said that thanks to technology, we can take bigger risks and go to places where it wouldn't be safe or feasible to put a human being. CBS reports that the exact location of the shipwreck is still kept a secret, but it was found off the coast of Cartagena, Colombia in 2015. It supposedly has a cargo full of gold, silver, and emeralds that could be worth nearly $17 billion today. Since the treasure has been discovered, both Spain and Colombia are claiming that they are the rightful owner of the ship. The researchers said that since they're explorers, not treasure hunters, they would not be involved in the dispute between Spain and Colombia.
Ancient archaeological site facing pollution threat. One of the world's oldest, and perhaps most important underwater archaeological spots, is at threat from pollution. The Sac-Actun cave system is located on the Yucatan Peninsula, south of Cancun on the Mexican coast. It is believed to be the world's largest underwater cave system. Recently, researchers found a network of 248 sinkholes spanning 216 miles there. Divers also found 9,000-year-old human remains, as well as bones from ancient elephants, extinct bears, and giant sloths. Archaeologists say the cave system may be under threat from pollution. Many tourists use sinkholes for snorkeling, and a nearby coastal highway has been known to break apart and fall into the sinkholes.